Hello, my dear friends. Good to see you again. This is American English File, 2nd edition, Book 2, Student Book, Part 7 and 8. Review and check. Let's start with the grammar exercises. Everyone, circle A, B, or C. All right, take your time, stop the video, and do it. No help from anyone, just you. Very good. Now check your answers with your friends. Well done. Let's do it together. Number 1, I need to answer some emails. Number 2, the situation is difficult to explain. Number 3, I don't know what to do. Number 4, I really don't mind doing housework. Good. Number 5, swimming is one of the best forms of exercise. Number 6, do we have to bring our books tomorrow? Number 7, it's free. You don't have to pay. Number 8, you must call your grandmother. Number 9, you shouldn't drink so much coffee. Number 10, I think you should talk to her about it. Number 11, if she goes, she won't come back. Number 12, if they don't come soon, we won't see them. Number 13, call me if you don't find a taxi. All right. Number 14, whose book is that? It's mine. It's my book. It's mine. Do you remember? Good. And the last one, 15, she forgot his birthday, but he didn't forget hers or her birthday, right? Very good, everyone. But that was just the start. Let's continue, shall we? Some vocabulary exercises for you. Again, everyone, circle the right verb for exercise A, and for exercise B, complete with a verb from the list. Enjoy, finish, forget, hate, learn, mind, promise, try. As always, stop the video, take your time, do it. Well done. It's easy for you, right? Now let's do it together. Okay. Number 1, when did you meet your husband? Number 2, did you tell Mark about the party? Number 3, if we don't run, we'll miss the train. Number 4, I really hope she's passed the exam. Number 5, my mother always wears a lot of jewelry. Okay. Part B. Number 1, don't forget to turn off the light before you go. Number 2, I want to learn to speak Chinese. Number 3, can you try to make less noise, please? Number 4, I promise to pay you back next week. Number 5, I really enjoy making cakes. Number 6, do you mind waiting here until I'm ready? Number 7, my parents are very punctual. They hate being late. Number 8, when are you going to finish using the computer? I need it. Well done, but we're not done yet. Follow me. As you can see, we have 2 more vocabulary exercises. C, complete the modifiers. All right, the first letter is given. All right. D, complete the get phrases. All right, those verbs with the get. Do you remember? All right, very good. Again, take your time. You can do it with your partner. All right, very good. Take your time. Are you ready? All right, let's do it together. Now, how are you? Very well, thanks. And you? Number 2, I was extremely lucky. I won $100. Number 3, she's a little tired. She needs to rest. Number 4, you're driving really fast. Slow down. Number 5, it's fairly cold outside. You should wear a jacket. And those are called modifiers. Very good. Now, the get verbs. Complete the get phrases. We didn't have a GPS in the car, so we got lost on the way home from Boston. Number 2, I'm always really hungry when I get home from school. Number 3, she was very sick, but luckily she's getting better. Number 4, we got 2 tickets for the theater to see a show. Number 5, I get along very well with my brothers and sisters. Get along. All right. Number 6, they were married for 10 years, but 6 months ago they got divorced. And the last one, I got a text message from Carol. She's saying she's going to be late. And that's all there is to it for the vocabulary exercise. Great, you made it so far. Now we're going to practice pronunciation. Everyone circle the word with a different sound. Now, me and you, we're gonna do this together. Okay, the first word, bike, I, mine, find, write, give. Uh-oh, that's the different one. Next one, fish, win, fit, child, thin. Of course, child. Bull, right? Choose, could, would, look, choose. Shower, should, impression, dictionary, sandwich. Right? And the last one, bird, earn, there, learn, heard. Which one is different? You guessed it right. Very good. Now, underline the stressed syllable. Okay, let's read them and answer them. Pretend. Good. Important. Remember. Salary. Quietly. All right, you did great. Okay, class. Now, look at this text. Can you understand this text? Okay, I need you to read this article, all right, one time. What does Michael think is the main reason Americans aren't good at speaking languages? So, read the article and answer the question. Pay attention, the main reason. Take your time. I'm gonna wait for you.
A few moments later.
Very well, you're back. So first, let's read the article together. The title, Why Are Some Americans So Bad at Learning Languages? Michael Reese has lived and worked in France for 15 years. Okay. Some Americans are bad at speaking foreign languages. It's a fact. It's a fact. In any city around the world, you can find American tourists asking for the restaurant menu in English. At best, they will try to say a couple of phrases they have learned from a phrase book, but they will stop making an effort the moment they discover the waiter knows a little English. I read a survey once that found that only 20% of Americans could speak a language other than English in their own homes. So why is this? I think laziness is possibly the key factor. There's a general feeling among Americans that everyone speaks English nowadays, so it's not worth learning other languages. In multinational companies, English is often the official language of communication with the company. Also, Americans who lived abroad can always find other American expatriates to talk to or to watch American TV with. All reasons for never bothering to learn the local language. The situation in American schools doesn't help. In 1997, about 75% of American public middle schools offered foreign languages. Today, that number has gone down to 58%, and even the few students who study foreign languages at school don't have as many hours of classes as students in other countries. I think it is also a problem that American children don't study English grammar anymore, which makes it more difficult for them to learn the grammar of another language. All right, so everyone, what is the main reason the Americans aren't good at speaking other languages? The main reason. Well, Michael, the author, thinks because they are lazy. Well, it certainly appears so, but we're not done yet. Follow me. You know the main reason why Americans aren't good at learning a new language. But there were some other reasons, right? I need you to read the article again and check the reasons why, according to the writer, Michael. Some Americans are bad at languages. All right? It's your gig again. Take your time and do it.
A few minutes later.
All right? You're back. So tell me, which reasons were mentioned? Okay? Check your answers with your friends. Good. So the first reason was that English is an international language. Everybody speaks it, according to Americans. Good. Next one. Americans who live abroad often don't socialize with local people. True that. The next one. Many American middle schools don't have foreign language teachers. Yes. And the last reason. American children don't know enough about their own grammar. You got it all right. Now, there are some highlighted words in yellow: making an effort, survey, key factor, bothering. Check them in your dictionary or your Google Translate and teach them to your friends. This is on you. Well done. Let's continue. Time to watch a video. Can you understand these people? Stacy, Hiba, Ruth, Ben, and James. Everyone, watch the clip and circle the correct answer, A, B, or C. Are you ready? Let's do it.
What's your idea of happiness?
Happiness is having just enough money to live by and have enough, and having people that love you, having a family.
What foreign languages do you speak?
I speak Arabic and French, a little bit of French.
How well do you speak them?
I'm very fluent in Arabic and not as fluent in French.
If you have a problem, who do you ask for advice? Friends or family?
It depends what sort of problem it is. Quite often I would ask my mum for advice, but if it's a problem about maybe relationships or something, I'd probably ask my friends.
What advice would you give someone who can't sleep at night?
I would say that they should probably cut down on caffeine, or perhaps they are suffering from stress at work, so they should try and reduce their stress.
Do you think Americans are bad at language learning?
Americans, I think they're not as good at learning languages as people in Europe.
Why?
Sometimes I think Americans aren't as interested in learning other languages as foreigners are.
All right. Check your answers with your friends. So number one, Stacy thinks that happiness is having a reasonable amount of money and friends and a family, right? Hiba speaks Arabic well and a little French. And number three, if Ruth has relationship problems, she talks to her friends. Number four, Ben thinks people who have problems sleeping should drink less coffee and try to relax more. And the last one, James thinks that Americans are bad at learning languages because they don't want to learn languages. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Great, you made it so far. Now let's check your skills. Can you talk about something you would like to learn to do and someone you think would be interesting to meet? Of course. Can you talk about 3 things you love and hate doing? Yeah, you can do it. Can you talk about the rules in your language school using must and have to? Must and have to. Yes. Can you give someone advice about learning English using should and shouldn't? Of course you can. And can you remember 3 of Murphy's Law in English? Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? And the last one, can you say two true sentences using mine and yours, right? You can. Very well. That means that you're very smart and you know what to do. Now I have a bonus for you. Again, follow me. And here's your bonus. Learning a language. Watch and enjoy the short movie. Okay? Let's watch.
Hola, Sebastián.
This is an 8th grade Spanish class in Brooklyn Friends School in New York. The students in this class are between 13 and 14 years old, and there are about 15 in each class. They all speak English, but in this class, the students are learning how to speak Spanish. In most schools in the US, students have to learn a foreign language, but they don't have to choose Spanish. In this school, for example, students can also learn French, Italian, and even Latin. Whatever language they choose, they will have 4 to 5 55-minute periods every week, and they'll have to take a test at the end of the year. Today, these students are learning about verbs.
¿Mi acento o no acento?
The teacher explains the grammar, and the students have to take notes and answer questions. Discipline in class is very strict.
Pero tú fuiste, y tú fuiste, y tú fuiste, y tú fuiste.
The teacher doesn't allow chatting, and the students have to follow the
¿Qué
rules.
fue lo que te gustó más?
Me gustó mucho.
Technology is becoming more popular in American classrooms.
Le frasi negative con l'affermativo.
This teacher is using an interactive whiteboard to practice vocabulary and pronunciation.
Non è niente vera, it's nothing true, or what's the other? I see that, because now I'm
Most students enjoy learning a new language. This is Vanessa Ayler, a Spanish teacher at Brooklyn Friends School.
Hi, my name's Vanessa. I'm a Spanish teacher at Brooklyn Friends School in New York City. I love working with the students. They love language. I like being there to see them experience new things about the language for the first time. They are just so bright and they have so much to share. They're really creative and they, I think, enjoy my experiences with the language as well. So that not only allows me to relive my experiences, but I get to see it again kind of for the first time through their eyes.
Christine usually sits in the front.
This is an English lesson at the New York Language Center. It's a private language school in Midtown Manhattan.
I like to watch the news because I like to be
The classes here are quite small.
all the time. Yeah.
There are usually about 8 students in each class.
It's good.
Very serious. You need to relax too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Most of the students here are adults, and they come from a lot of different countries.
You don't know television very well. Yeah. You killed.
Because these students are adults, discipline isn't a big problem.
Too dramatic. Government. So just like this.
The teacher and the students try to have fun,
Maybe your partner can help you. Okay.
and a lot of the activities involve working and speaking in pairs and groups.
Sure.
The teacher must be active, enthusiastic, and hardworking.
Exactly. Grey's Anatomy.
This is Kelsey McGuff.
It's a long
She's an English teacher at the New York Language Center.
cooking. Okay.
She explains what teaching English is like.
Is the word we use. Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm an English teacher in New York City. The best part about teaching English is interacting with people. I really love hearing the conversations that happen in class, and I really love learning about other people's countries. Our students come from all over. We have students from Asia, from the Middle East, from Central Asia, from Africa, from Europe, from Central and South America, so it's a really nice mix here at the school. So our students come to this school for a whole variety of reasons. Some people come here because they're interested in starting a business, and for that business they need to know English. A lot of other people come to this school because they want to go to an American university at some point. And a lot of people just come here for vacation. They come for a couple of weeks and then study at our school while they explore New York City and just try to improve their English while they're here. Sometimes it's difficult to motivate the students. We have a couple of students who are here for a very long time, maybe a year, while they're on while they have a student visa. And sometimes they get a little bit lazy. So sometimes it's difficult to motivate those students to keep on trying to improve and keep studying English. I like to play a lot of games in class. We do a lot of interactive activities, a lot of activities where people are moving around and getting to know each other more. I also like to take my students out into the city. So right now I'm teaching a class that's called Explore New York, and every week we go on a different trip and we go to a different place in New York City. It's not a tourist place. We go out and we go to Harlem, or we go to different neighborhoods outside in the outer boroughs. And that's really fun because they get to see different parts of the city. So the best piece of advice I can give for someone who's trying to learn English is to not be afraid of speaking with people in English. People should not be afraid of making mistakes, and they should just get out there, talk to people, make conversations, and have fun.
The weather, perfect.
Teaching English in a private class is very different to teaching Spanish in a high school. But both involve working hard and having fun.
Maybe you can watch the comedy and feel better.
Well, all right. Now, speak with your friend. How many foreign language classes have you taken? Talk about your experience. What do you like to do to learn languages? Do you like to watch movies? Do you like to read books? Or do you like to watch me on YouTube? Speak to your partner about learning a language. And that's the episode for today. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have a question, you can comment it down below and I will get back to you. And make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, see you. Bye.